Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. In the last part, we rescued BowWow from the moblins that kidnapped him, and in this part, we are going to be making our way to the second dungeon. You're close to Telltale Heights. Dampy's shack is nearby, to the right. Hey, you made it out here. That speaks well of you. Maybe you can help me out with a little job. I'm Dampy, and my job around this island is to dig up interesting stuff. When you have some time to spare, come see me in my shack over there. Alright, well let's go and do that. In the original game there was nothing here. In the one for the Game Boy Color, which was I guess a remaster, this was where the photographer was at. And now they replaced it with Dampy's shack, because we don't need to print things off. I'll stay posted here while you take care of your other business. Just don't leave me waiting too long, okay? Yeah. So we can't actually do Dampy's stuff. I think we have to wait till after the second dungeon in order to play with Dampy. So, in the meantime... Ooh, pretty. Yeah, I was gonna try and put a pin here to remind myself to come back later. Oh yeah, that's how the pins work. But you don't really need to put a pin there. It's pretty obvious where it's at. And then there's also a rock there with a mysterious blue glowing rock. I wonder what that's for. I'm sure we'll figure it out later. Anyway, let us move on. So one thing I forgot to... Well, actually no, I'll bring that up at the end. It's more relevant then. But yeah, since there are rocks blocking our pathway here, we're going to have to work our way around to get to the second dungeon. So, let's go ahead and do that. But first, I am going to go back to Mabe Village, at least I think I am, and I'm going to talk to Madame Meow Meow to let her know that BowWow's safe. Because, you know, it's always good to let people know what's going on with their pets. So, let us go that way. Oop. Yeah, so that's a feature of BowWow I forgot to mention, is that, I didn't notice how you said it there, but with BowWow with you, whenever there's a secret seashell buried under the ground, he will point out where that location is. He will hop over it and say, "Woof, dig rough." In the Game Boy version, this text box filled up the whole screen, so it was pretty much hard to miss because you couldn't do anything else while it was happening. Here, though, it just pops up semi-briefly, and then you just have to paying attention. I checked up here because I thought there would be a secret seashell here. I think there was one in the original game, but they didn't put one here. So, wasted my time for nothing. But there is a secret seashell in a little Chow Chow's room. At least there should be. I think BowWow points... Yep, there we go. Woof, dig rough. The shovel's a bit uncooperative in this one, but there it is. Secret seashell! She sells seashells by the seashore. Anyway, now that we've shown off BowWow's features, he eats enemies and... Oh, thank you! I'm so happy you brought my baby back! Now, would you be a dear and take him for a walk? It would really help me out a lot. Oh, you will? Thanks! Yep, so now we're gonna take BowWow for a walk. That is the justification for why we still have the doggo with us to get into the second dungeon. Don't you just love it when things make sense? Anyway, let's go hunting for more secret seashells. And after the second dungeon is also a good time to do this. In fact, it'd probably be better to wait till after then, because we'd have another item in our inventory to expand our exploration options. But for now, let's go ahead and go through some of the places we can get to right now. Because why not? Why not indeed? BowWow eats enemies, he points out places to dig. I wish we could keep him with us forever. I haven't checked in the post-game, I guess it counts as post-game, I'm not too sure. But I haven't checked if they let you later pick BowWow up again to take him for a walk. It'd be nice if they did, but I don't know if they do. Woof, dig rough! But then again, they do give you another item that helps you find secret seashells, so BowWow isn't really necessary for the digging part. You'll have a way to tell if secret seashells are nearby, so you'll at least be able to narrow where you dig. But it would be handy if they let you grab him and take him for a walk all the same, because, you know, it's just fun to have a puppy with you. I mean, who doesn't love dogs? And like Madame Meow Meow said a while ago, her dog, BowWow, has a beautiful fur coat. Just look at how shiny and metallic it is. Such a lovely puppy. I want to keep it. Although, keeping BowWow with you isn't all that useful. He can't follow us into dungeons. If I had gone into the Tail Cave, BowWow wouldn't be there with us. And he also isn't going to help us out in the second dungeon that we need him to get to. He just waits outside. I guess Link didn't want to risk him getting attacked by the monsters in the dungeon. Although, oddly enough, Link is perfectly fine with letting him wander around with the monsters wandering the island. It's very hypocritical, I suppose. I mean, why not bring the puppy with you? He'd be very helpful. Woof, dig, rough. Oh, I thought I missed that one, but I guess not. Secret seashell. What do you do with it? What indeed? I guess we'll have to find out later. Mwahahaha. Goponga Swamp. So yeah, BowWow can eat the flower enemies. He can even do it to these big ones. You won't be able to deal with the flowers for a very long time after you clear the second dungeon, or go into the second dungeon. Well, yeah. You won't be able to get rid of the flowers for a long time after you return BowWow, so it's a good idea to pick this chest up now while you've got him with you. 50 rupees! Yay! Because otherwise it's just inconvenient. Although he likes to be very uncooperative. Although he was very nice there. Last time, or on my most recent playthrough, he just took forever to eat one of them. Anyway, here we are. Level 2, Bottle Grotto. So, best dungeon practices. Make a save right at the start. So, Bottle Grotto. This is a dungeon. And I don't know what else to say about it at the moment. And I'm forced to go right because we need a key to go left. Oh, they changed up the skeletons. If they got that golden pattern, they're going to try and jump on you and hit you with their butts. Tina would be impressed. Alright, and this is a Shy Guy. Shy Guys in this game are going to mimic Link's movements. Well, mimic, but reverse them, so you have to get them into a position where you can hit them. They're also, so you can't hit them in the front. Their mask will block all your attacks, so you have to make sure they're turned around when you hit them. The best way to do that is to charge up a sword attack while you're moving, so that way they'll keep facing the same direction. Yay, we got the compass. Now we'll be able to find keys more easily. Woo, keys! So this dungeon is the first to introduce a new thing in Link's Awakening. Those, well, actually it wasn't new in Link's Awakening. I think they had it in A Link to the Past too. But hitting that crystal causes the blue thingies to go up and the red ones to go down. And then if you hit it, it does it again. And those enemies with the swords, I think they were tougher in the original game, because in the original game, they'd pretty much block all your sword swings and then constantly keep trying to hit you. So it'd make them tough to actually hit with your sword. But in this one, it's a lot easier, because blocking them with your shield knocks them off balance. I don't think it did that in the original, because they didn't have a way to have them drop their shield. They just had it constantly up. It was very annoying. Anyway, it's nice to see that they're still making good use of the Rock's Feather in the second dungeon. In fact, they do a very good job of making sure you use all your items. Oh, you can't push those blocks. Now we have to go all the way around to grab the key. How annoying. Oh, at least it wasn't that bad. Anyway. Moving on. Yeah, one change they made is that the sparks can move between rooms if you time it just right, so make sure you are wary of sparks. Yay, a piece of power. I love pieces of power. I wonder, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, do the Infinity Stones, do they count as individual pieces of power? Or are they just all power and no peace? Who knows? Anyway, in this room you just gotta push these 2 blocks while trying to dodge the spark, and then you kill the keys. I definitely recommend killing the keys, or the bats, or whatever you want to call them, because they're just annoying and I hate them. I hate them so much! Oh wow, that actually makes a hefty sound when Link lands on those. I never noticed that before. Interesting. Alright, and then jump. And through this one-way door. Boss fight time! I hate this guy. I want to murder him dead. So die! Ow. Yeah, so what this guy will do is he can throw bombs to try and hurt you, and then he'll charge at you and try to grab you. If you come into contact with him while he's charging, he picks you up and tosses you. He is very annoying, and he can actually be tricky to dodge. I don't know how I did not get hit by any of his attacks there, because I've been replaying the game recently, and let's just say I'm not very good at dodging him. Not very good at all. Anyway, now that he gave us a teleport back to the entrance, let's go explore this way. Yeah, that was totally planned out. I didn't just forget about this room until the very end there. Yeah, I don't need the lights on, but it's nice and handy. You know, to be able to see. The hard hat beetles are tough to deal with. You just can... And sadly, I don't think anything kills them, so it's tough to be sure. No, Link, why did you jump into the thingamajig? I guess you're just gonna have to either lure that thing to a different side and then quickly jump across, or just take the hit. Alright, now let's get back to actual progress. Yeah, I was trying to see if the magic powder worked on the sparks, but it doesn't. There's only one item that can kill them, but it's worth killing them. You have to be standing in just the right spot for that. I am glad it takes a second to teleport you, though, so that way if you don't want to teleport, you don't have to. In the original game, if you stepped on it, it would just instantly teleport you. It was very annoying. It would be tough to avoid it if you didn't want to. First, defeat the imprisoned Polsvoist. Last, the skeletal Stalfos. Yeah, and that hint right there is the reason I got stuck in this dungeon so long. It is the solution to an extremely infamous puzzle that is horrible and awful and terrible, and I hate it! Yay, dungeon map. Now we can actually get to see what the dungeon looks like. And yeah, you can kill that thing, you just have to jump across and hit it with your sword, and that'll kill it no problem. But it's honestly not worth the effort. 20 rupees. Joy! Die bat. Ooh, Boo! You recognize Boo, right? From the Mario series? Wow, I can't believe there are so many Mario cameos in this early Zelda game. Okay, to kill the Boos, you have to turn on the lights. You found the power bracelet! At last, you can pick up pots and stones. So the power bracelet is another item they streamlined. Instead of having to equip it like in the original game, now it's just a contextual button press. You just press A when you're near something you can lift, and Link will lift it. Yay! A key! It's so tough to hit that thing. No! Yeah, the very little slimes that they jump on you, they just slow you down. They don't deal damage, but they prevent you from being able to swing your sword, and they slow you down. So it's horrible and awful and terrible, and I hate it. Alright. Here's the room. So that owl said we have to first kill the imprisoned Pole's Voice and last the Stalfos. That puzzle is, or that hint is horrible because with that with the puzzle, or well, with this room, we were never once told what the names of these enemies are. I think in the original game they just said first Pole's Voice, last Stalfos, but they never refer to these enemies by name in game. So if you don't have a strategy guide or know beforehand, then that puzzle is unsolvable, or pretty much unsolvable, because you have no way to determine what each enemy is. You just have to guess. And the order we killed them in makes no sense. Because the Pole's Voice, it's easier to save it till later because, well, it's, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? It's walled off and separate from the others, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh right, one thing I forgot to point out about Goombas. If you can kill them by jumping on their head. If you do that, they will always drop a heart, unless you're on Master Mode. Or Heroic Mode, whatever they called it. If you're on Heroic Mode, then there are no hearts dropped anywhere. The only way you get your health refilled is if you pick up a piece of heart, or you visit a fairy, or you beat a boss. That's it. It's very, very not good. The worst part about Hero Mode, though, is that you also take double damage. It's very annoying. I don't like it. Ah, it fell off. Can't believe it jumped at us like that. So silly. The enemies respawn very quickly, but I don't know what triggers their respawns. Anyway, Pole's Voice, these bunny-like things, they're very, very super duper, I hate them, annoying, because they can only be killed by a very select few ways, and not in the ways I expected. In some later games, Pole's Voice can be killed with loud noises. So on Oracle of Ages and Oracle Seasons, you could kill them off by playing a flute or making a loud noise. So a bomb would work too. In this game, you have to throw a pot at them. I think a bomb might work too, but I tried the flute on them later. You'll see that later on in this playthrough, and the flute didn't work. Oh look, we're already at the boss room. Yay! And then I think in the ones on the DS, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, you could kill the Pole's Voice by shouting into the microphone that's built into the DS console. Ho ho ho! I'm your bad guy this time! Ho ho ho! Genie! Ooh. They should have called him Clown, because he's clearly a clown. He's juggling. Look at that. So, Genie is a pretty straightforward boss fight. All you need to do is dodge his attacks first, then he'll jump into the bottle and try to jump on you. Ugh, I can't move, but I'm still alright. Your little sword won't break this bottle. Even the walls here look tougher than that dinky thing. And there you go. After you've hit the bottle, you toss him into the wall. Yeah, you can't hurt me as long as I have my bottle. Ugh. Fortunately, he's only going to say that once in the remaster. In the original game, he would say that every time until the bottle broke. This boss was very talkative. He'd also mention every time that your sword's not going to break the bottle. It was horrible. Anyway, just keep dodging. And then you hit him one more time, and then I think we go to phase 2. Ha! We broke the bottle. Wah! You broke my bottle! Why, you make me hopping mad! And now he's going to he's gonna do this thingy, and then throw a big fireball, and then start punching towards you. I think you can hit him multiple times until he vanishes, even when he goes transparent. So just keep hitting him to deal as much damage as possible. I don't know how to block the fireball, though. The only thing I can think of is just hit him before he throws it, but it's kind of random where he spawns, so that's tough to figure out. And it's tough to dodge the thingamajig. Oh, he's dead. If If you're having trouble with Genie, what you can do is, now that we have the power bracelet, you can make your way to Crazy Tracy's shack and get a secret medicine. The secret medicines work like fairies, so you can use them to restore your health when you die. It'll fill you all the way back up. So now that we have the power bracelet, we can get to Crazy Tracy. So that's useful. You got the conch horn! Woo! So if you're having trouble, that is an option the moment you get the power bracelet. Prairie, prairie. The prairie is waiting. No, right, and that's the second dungeon cleared. One quality of life improvement they made is they replaced one of the flowers that surrounds the entrance with that boulder. So if you forgot something in the Bottle Grotto, you can make it back there a lot sooner than you can in the original. In the original game, it is possible to kill the, well, actually it is, in the original game, they only had flowers around there, so you couldn't get back until, hoot, the windfish sleeps long and dreamily in the egg above. When you play the 8 instruments of the Sirens in front of the egg, he will awaken. This, my friend, is the only way for you to leave the island. Anyway, the only way you can kill those flowers without BowWow is with an item you get in the very last dungeon. Mount Tamarench! Oh no, they stopped the music, but it's so sexy! And there's the windfish's egg. They don't let us poke it, but it's a very pretty egg. Aww, and we don't get to listen to Tall Light's theme for very long. Dampy Shack, bring me any weird stones you find. I don't know why they have that sign there, because Dampy doesn't want stones. What he does is very different from rock collecting. And there aren't even any weird stones to bring him. Why did they put that sign there? I'm so confused now. So very confused. Whatever. Alright, so there we go. That is, a keyhole here. It says Angler Keyhole. I'm sure it won't. I'm sure it'll be important later. So, this here is some strange energy is pouring here. You should find out what it does. This is a warp point. By stepping on it, you make it active, and the warp points allow you to, well, when you step on one warp point, you can warp to any other warp point you've been into. Also, that next to that warp point, there was that, well, actually, I'll point it out when we get back there. That open thing on the left, where the hole that's blocked off, if you throw a bomb in there, a secret seashell will pop up. We don't have bombs now, so I couldn't do it at this point, and I didn't know that's how you get the secret seashell to show up until much later. In fact, I don't even think I did it on screen. So that's why I wanted to point it out now. There is a secret seashell there, you throw a bomb into the thing, and it will pop out. Very, very handy. Well, I guess neat. They didn't have a secret seashell there in the original game. Or at least I don't think they did. I don't remember anymore. Ah! BowWow 8, yeah. But I'm just trying to explore as much of the island as I can now that we have the power bracelet, and we still got BowWow with us, so that way we can find seashells. Well, hey there, got your stuff all squared away? I got something interesting to show you. Follow me into the shack. Hey there you are. I want to show you something interesting. You've gone poking into some of the ruins on the island, I can tell. I make little chambers based on those dungeons. Put some chambers into the slab back there. How's that work, yes? Who knows? But I want your help testing the limits of this thing. I want to hear about the dungeons you've seen. It inspires me to make new chambers. With a few chambers, you can make basic dungeons. With a bunch, you can make complicated ones. See if you can use what you've got to finish the challenges I give you. Though you're not done once you finish arranging a dungeon, you've got to adventure too. I'm no designer though, and I'm no adventurer either. That's all up to you. I'll make the risk worth it. Impress me, and there's treasure in it for you. You look like you've been through a lot. Sit down and tell me about it. So yeah, this is a new feature for the Switch version of Link's Awakening. Dampy will let you build your own dungeons based on the ones that we've encountered in this game. So, to do that, you click on Arrange, and you get to build your dungeon. This first one has a few things built in to teach you the basics. So you pick up a thing and then you place it down, and it'll and then your goal is to try and connect all the rooms while leaving enough keys to open all the doors. Some rooms will have to be opened with a key, while other rooms don't have to. But the biggest problem with this let's see. Well, the biggest problem with this dungeon builder is that the rooms you get to work with, they can be very disjointed, and certain rooms in the original dungeon, they have to be approached a specific way. Otherwise, the room just can't be traversed properly. But you don't have any way to flip the rooms. You have to work with the way they're set up initially. It's very, very not good. Ooh, excuse me. But you'll see they got a variety of ways to mix and match rooms. You have various combinations and such and things. And yeah, it's just very, well, I'm not gonna call it good. I've been having a lot of fun with the dungeon builder on my own time, but at the same time, I also really just don't care for it. It is worth doing though, because Dampy does give you some good rewards. I think you have to do this to get a few secret seashells. I do come back to explore the dungeon thingy a bit more in the future, but I think I'm just going to cut it out next time and leave it out. It's a bit of a time sink, and I don't really care to leave it in, to be honest. But I do think you can get some good items from him, so it is worth exploring on your own time if you're interested. Yeah, I hate these crows. You can't hit them till they almost land, and by that point, they're gonna hit you, and it's not very good. Ooh. Hi there, big guy. I'm Crazy Tracy. I've got a little secret for sale that'll pump you up. How about it? 42 rupees for my little secret. Alright, come here and I'll rub it on you. There, I've applied my own secret medicine. It will take effect when you lose all heart. Drop by again, big guy. Here's some bonus treatment. Behold, your hearts are full. So yeah, Crazy Tracy sells you secret medicine that will revive you if your hearts run out. Very, very handy stuff. The first few times she'll do it, it's very, very cheap, but the price goes up after every time you use the secret medicine. So it can get very costly if you're bad at the game. Oh, there's some strange energy coming from here. Yep, they put a warp point at Dampy's shack. Make sure you do step on them, because they often don't become active until you step on them. Although I think they fixed that. Once it starts glowing like that, you should be good. But in the original game, you did have to jump into the warp portal to make it active. Anyway, there's just a pretty little pond there. It's very pretty and nothing else. Hey look, there's a piece of heart. Stupid crows. I hate them. I hate them so much. Anyway, let's go grab that piece of heart. I think they also added quite a few pieces of hearts, because I've noticed a few of them in places that they weren't before. Like, the trendy game had one. Ooh, cemetery? Wait, why is there a cemetery? Yeah, that's so creepy to think about. There's not a lot of... This island's not very big, but they made time to build a pretty big cemetery. I think it's technically bigger than the village. That's just depressing to think about. More people have died on the island than are currently alive. Anyway, at this point in the game, the moment you return to Madame Meow Meow and talk to her, that is how you return BowWow. But I highly, highly, highly recommend giving the island a good run-through before then, so that way you can find all the underground secret seashells with him, or as many of them as possible, before you get the alternate way to search for secret seashells. Anyway, in this area, those enemies will constantly keep spawning in. I think they're basically zombies, you know. So not only does this island have significantly more graves than it does people inhabiting it. Well, actually, no, I think it technically does have more inhabitants than graves. Anyway. So not only does this island have an extremely large cemetery, it also has a large zombie population. So the undead can really outnumber the living, and you know, that just makes it even worse. Unless it's just the same zombies rising over and over again, because you know, they can't die. They're zombies. I don't know. Anyway, these enemies with the wings, they're very annoying. They will dodge your sword strikes. Ooh, look, another warp point. Yay! The original game only had a few of them. I think about 4 in total, and one of those 4 was only at the very, very end of the game. So I guess technically 3. Ooh. This looks like an interesting place to be. Did I already mess up? I don't think I did. I did. Because I can't get to the treasure chest, but we can at least get the piece of heart. Yay! A piece of heart! And I think that was the... Well, we'd already gotten a set of 4 before that, so we've gotten an extra heart container already, because... let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, I think we found about... start the game with 3, and I got 2 more... I got 3, so yeah, we've got at least 5 pieces of hearts now. I think that was the 5th one. And I should be keeping track, you know? That would be what a good Let's Player does, but I don't really care, and I'm not a good Let's Player. Mwahahahahaha. Stupid sword moblin. I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah, those guys, they will jump and move behind you after you try to hit them with your sword. So you have to basically bait them to move and then hit them again. Also, in these holes, there are going to be snaky thingies that will come out and try to eat you. And there's a cracked boulder in our way. So we have to go back to Mabe Village, because now that we've cleared the 2nd dungeon, bombs are now available. And I've nearly got 200 rupees, so I could almost afford the piece of heart that's on sale at the store. Handy! Wait, is it Mabe Village or Maybe Village? I think it's Mabe. Yep, bombs! Woo! 10 bombs, 10 rupees. Thanks a lot, and come again. So now that we have bombs, we can move onward. But I figured while we are here, we might as well pick up that piece of heart. Well, you know what? I think I'll call that an episode here. Wait, hold on. Sorry, trying to remember what I did. It's been a while since the recording. Oh, yeah. Never mind. So while we're here, we are going to return BowWow to Madame Mew Mew because I decided to ignore my own advice and return him anyway.
Oh ho ho! I really appreciate what you did for my poor, precious BowWow. You are such a nice boy. How can I ever repay you? I know.
Smooch! You got a reward from Madame Meow Meow.
Lucky!
And then BowWow goes to his usual spot, chained up outside, unloved and forgotten. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.